I should probably turn my mic on. So here we go. We're going into day two of our, or part two, day two, whatever it is, of Farming Simulator 22. We're doing a hard playthrough. And I call this one Chicken Starting Bad Driving. Why? Because I started with chickens and I drive really bad. Um, I think my favorite thing was last night. Someone had said that it looked like a baby giraffe learning how to walk. You're not wrong. You're just not wrong. It was great. Had a great time. At some point in time, I'll be snacking on some sushi and just enjoying. As you can see, we're loading up. I should probably jump in my Discord. And yep, we'll do that. All right, so now that I'm in Discord, as this finishes loading up, and we'll see how far we get today. So what I did yesterday is I did go ahead and get to the 24,000 that I wanted to do. As a reminder, I did the 24,000 because what I'm paying in interest on the loan and the maintenance of the chicken coop goes ahead and brings us to 1,700 a month in costs. So I wanted to make sure that we covered that for an entire year. So everything we start making from here, we're gonna start paying down that loan. I am waiting till I get a nice set of eggs. I'm gonna try to hold off to sell those until we hit December. I think if I remember right, that was a good time to sell it. In the meantime, we do have our cash crop growing. We're going to check out canola, see how canola is going to do for us. We do have our field of wheat, so that all the food that we bought for the chickens, we're now become self-sustaining in that regard. We do have, I did buy enough feed for the chickens. I think I did 14 months worth, so we had a little bit of backup. So you'll see some of that sitting around. Did the baling contracts yesterday. Did a couple of cultivating contracts as well. So really got us where we needed to go. You can see that I stopped the game 20 minutes after the switchover. So I'm not sure why I'm not at my place, but we'll go there real quick. This is easy. And we definitely have a nice pallet of eggs going. We're up to 240 chickens. That is good. We will need to fertilize the second round of fertilizer on the two fields. You see the canola here. And then we come down here. And what do we have? We have none other than our wheat growing. So, food field, cash field. So I really want to focus on paying down the loan and get that done while the chickens continue to grow. When we were looking at the map, the next piece I want to buy is actually 68, and I want to do cotton on there, but there's a lot of expenses that come with cotton, so I'm not going to try to rush that. Another alternative would be to pick up 61, 62, 63 at 100.5. That might be really good to do a second potential cash crop. So we'd have cash crop at 59, food source for chickens at 60. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. We know that 58 is a very big consideration for me in the future because we have a field there and I can put service buildings. What I mean by service buildings, the spinnery and the clothing shop, stuff of that nature, wherever we decide to go. And this may change. This may change as we're going. But right now, we are just having some fun. All right, my voice seems a little low on the volume. Well, I should probably get closer to the mic or something, seeing as I was sitting way back. So you have to tell me if that's any better. Appreciate you letting me know, Mixed Beast. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was literally like 2 feet away, leaning back in my chair. So, all right. So anyway. All the equipment that you see here, we have purchased. That's why we did the max loan. So we're really functional across the board. When the rain stops, I'm not going to do it while it's raining, but we'll go grab some solid fertilizer. We may have some left over. I got to go look. To do the second round of fertilization on the fields. And why that's important and why I'm putting so much care into the fields right now is I really am hoping this canola crop is going to give me a nice return. When I talk about a nice return, I'm not talking about hundreds of thousands. This is a hard mode game, so I'm expecting, I'd like to get between 10 and 12K. That would be a nice little punch to move us up. Um, and I think I want to get us to 50,000, and that will be the new baseline. Leave it at 50,000, and then every 5,000 after that, we turn around and start paying down the loan in those chunks. I don't want to leave us completely dry, so our new floor is going to be 50,000. I don't remember if canola gives us whatchamacallit. If it gives us stalks from turning into hay bales, we'll find that out. Mixed, I can just do that. I actually, you know how I am with this kind of stuff. But let me go to the channel and I'll put you up as mod. Give me a second to see how I do this. I'm in the Amethyst Discord if you wanted to jump in there and tell me where I need to go for this. But I'm looking right now as I sit in the game twiddling my thumbs. I think I'm there.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can. What's up, boy?
You just it's a slash command. So slash mod and then their name.
Oh, I don't go into the settings here and set up roles and stuff like that?
By default, this should have a like built-in hierarchy.
All right, so just go ahead and go into...
Go to your stream and then you can do it from there.
All right.
In the chat.
Yeah, I got to get back to it.
Yeah.
All right, and just do, you said slash mod your name?
Yeah.
Mixed beast.
There you go. You should see that it went through. Because it just told me to.
Oh, okay. Good enough. As long as it tells you that I'm good to go there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I also uploaded the videos and put them on YouTube from yesterday. My 9-hour stream.
Hell yeah.
See,
I saw that. You kept going.
I was
like,
really
dang.
enjoying it. I was...
I was going to bed. I was like, he's still on.
Well, had some people join, had some chat going, and you know, when I used to do the radio show, I really enjoyed it, and this is kind of like the same thing, but I'm doing something else while I'm having those conversations and you know, doing a bit more, and I'm really liking it. So
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't know I was gonna like it so much.
Well,
And this game is so relaxing to me.
I'm gonna call mom later, but
You're gonna call
I'll let
Mom
you get back
later?
to it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's out getting
I'll let you get back to it.
All right, boy.
Have fun.
Yep. So, talking about the chickens, since we did have a bunch that went ahead and were hatched from our... So we started out with 120. We just did chickens just to cover it again. Didn't do roosters. Roosters are a cash crop. I don't need them for procreation, and they don't add any more eggs, obviously. So they're just they're a secondary crop. So I could literally put up another house here, do all roosters, and sell them every 6 months. Don't know if I'm going to do that right now. Certainly not going to do that right now. But right now I just want to get this one completely done up. As you can see, we have 240 out of 360. You'll see our new chicks don't have value, but we do have a bunch of chickens that are at the $25 mark, which is great. So everything's really going the way I need it to go. Their health will go up as time goes on because they do have full food. In fact, if you look in there, we've got 8,825 liters, so 8,825 liters of food in there. We have another 4,000 to 5,000 liters of food waiting to be put in here. I had to take them off the flatbed because I'll start putting eggs on the flatbed. So all that is going really great, so it's a matter of patience. I may speed up time and just kind of feel how that goes, but I'm not going to do that until after the rain has stopped and I have gone ahead and done a second round of fertilizing for it. So today is about letting the chickens grow, getting the second round of fertilization in. we've got, we are in October, and we are not going to be able to pull anything out of the ground until, whatchamacallit. Come on, brain, catch up for me. You know what? I think did I do my canola wrong? No, I'm looking at the chart wrong. So I planted that. We won't be able to do the canola until July. We're not going to be able to do the wheat until July, August on both of those. So that is completely fine. So we're kind of in a sit and wait state. I could speed up time and do that. I may go ahead and take this baling contract. In fact, I am going to be taking this baling contract to increase funds. Because again, I'm going to make our new ceiling is going to be 50,000, and then we'll start paying off. So that'll help us there. And hell, I might do that while. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick that up, and we're going to get that going while we wait for the rain. So we're going to borrow their items. And it's going to be field 19. I've done that field before. So cutting grass in the rain, I don't know if it has any restriction. I know you don't harvest in the rain. Because you can ruin your harvest, as it were. Oh, it's got the really shitty tools. That's all right. I also found out last night when I was playing that I actually enjoyed the first-person view. I felt like I did okay. I don't know why I'm going the long way. I felt like I did okay doing that. In fact, better maybe than I was doing with my horrible driving in third person. So we're going to head up to field 19. That should be up around the bend here. Like I said, I've done that one before. We kept crossing it when I was doing the baling yesterday. So for those that didn't know, and why am I doing the baling? Because baling is really, it's more than just what the contract is. So most contracts, if you're plowing, seeding, whatever the case is, there's a buffer in there. So you don't have to truly do the full quote-unquote 100%. All right. What you do is you do it till it tells you at 100%, and then you just finish. But in a case of harvesting or baling, you're going to have bonus product, extra product from what you're doing, and that becomes straight cash in your pocket. So we want that straight cash in our pocket, and so we're going to do that. In addition to the straight cash in your pocket, because we're mowing and all the plots have extra edges around them, you can actually pick up a few more bales and really get to work. So we're here. This is the field right up here. I've done this one before. So like this patch of grass I'm going to drive on right now, this is extra. So we'll actually mow this, get some extra grass out of it for some extra bales. Bale or two. And I say a bale or two because we're also going to do it here. And I'm going to go in third person so you can see. We won't get much here. We won't get much on this edge, but again, every little bit is going to help us. And we really, really want that. Now, when I'm mowing, don't be surprised when you see me do it a little bit haphazard. It's mowing. I will clean up edges and things once I am done and I get rid of the damn swing arm. What's up, Kelzu? Yeah, I just had to get closer to the mic today. I was sitting back earlier. So we're going to do, once again, a baling contract because we want the money. We've got to start recouping. When I say recouping, I want to get rid of the loan that we have, so that $1,666 a month a day as it's being played goes away. I don't want that crap anymore. So we're going to do the ones that are going to give us the best chance to make some cash. So as you hear the motors firing up, we're going to get right to it. That whole line about the vehicle tools reserved for contract work, I expect that. I will do a little bit of work to push that grass back in so we don't lose it, or we lose as little as possible. When the rain is done, I will go pick up some solid fertilizer and we will set a contractor to do the second fertilization of our farm plots while I work on things to generate money. I'm likely going to play around some and work on a first-person view when I was driving, even when I'm doing my own fields, because I felt like I was doing better and I wasn't driving so terribly. So we're going to do that. If you missed part 1 and part 1A, I'll explain in part 1A here in a second. I have put them up on YouTube. They are also sitting on Twitch, so you're able to get those. If you wanted to join or have a conversation, you're welcome to join the Discord. If you need it, let me know. You know, if you're typing in the Twitch chat, I do periodically check it. I'm not running a second monitor. I really should do that, but I'm not doing that at this time. And yeah, we'll just have a good, relaxing time, and that's why I'm playing this game. It's relaxing. It is very relaxing. So, and there's nothing wrong with relaxing. In addition, the series officially is named Chicken Start and Bad Driving. So, I saw Sean play. So Calzoo just asked me if I've seen the Power Wash Simulator. I watched Sean play it. No. I appreciate it hitting the satisfaction point, but honestly, I didn't like the way it looked. And watching Sean play it, just I'm not playing with colors like that. Nope. Plus, this one, you know, making the money and actually building a farm. I do have big plans for this, which is why it's being a series. But yeah. I mean, I'm sure the reviews are good. I mean, if you like, you know, listen, I really do enjoy, like, watching the field become more, right? Or not become more, but get words and everything else. So I get why the Power Wash Simulator could be something to enjoy. Yeah, no, just not something I'm looking to do. And like I said earlier, I'll clean up these little edges once I get done. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth on them. But yeah, generally speaking, there's just not enough there to hold my attention. Alright, so like I said, we'll clean up edges when we're done. And that's probably it more than anything, right? I like the big picture of expanding the farm. I mean, with the adding of the production lines in here, so what production line? Let me explain what that is. So originally, when you were playing like Farming Simulator 19, you would go through and you really were just playing the market and dropping off the material into whoever needed it based on that price. So with that being said, that was as big as it got. However, with this new, they have these production lines, and on these production lines, what happens is you get the middle businesses. So you get those set up, and you make a product that is worth more than your individual. So like, if I do wheat, eggs, milk, and something else, don't quote me on those because I'm probably wrong. But you can actually get the bakery and make cake. And the cake sells for more than all the individuals. And it's not a one-to-one ratio. It's not taking one egg to cake and whatnot. It's a really nice train. The one that I tested, and did very little testing, but I did test it, was cotton, which is why I want to do that again, because I could not believe what the clothing was selling for. So with cotton, there's two steps to it. The first one is the spinnery, and the spinnery takes the cotton and turns it into fabric. You then can take the fabric and turn it into clothing. If I just went ahead and took the fabric, it was worth more than the cotton by itself. The clothing is worth more than the fabric by itself. So I mean, you could grow into it if you wanted and things like that. So there's all these chains that you're allowed to do. So I'm really intrigued by that. I do want to do cattle. I started with chickens, so I'll do more of that. I really want to have a massive farm business here doing all those things. And going back to the cotton, when I dropped the cotton off, it had already made like 3 pallets of clothing, and I had not gone through the entire amount of cotton that I had, and the value on the clothing was already 3 or 4 times what the cotton was, and I hadn't even eaten through the cotton yet. So that kind of shit is a big deal, at least for me. But in the meantime, this is more enjoyable and more relaxing than like playing Factorio. I could be playing Captain of Industry because I really do love that game, and I do plan on doing a starter series on that, or continuing the one I had going. I'll probably start a new one just so I can go over the stuff. But in that, there are in that it's not quite as relaxing as this. Just it's a bit of a faster pace, and I really decided I didn't quite want to do that right now. Plus, I was so enjoying the new things on this. I know I'm like 6 months behind everybody else, but I really don't care. This is just me enjoying. So yeah. Let's get I gotta fix all kinds of. I really went kind of sloppy there. That's all right. We're gonna try to pick up a little more out of this. Yep, there's our notice. So we shouldn't get too much more. We are gonna try. I didn't look. If this is silage, it's worth even more. But if it's not a big deal either. So we'll get that. We'll clean up some edges and corners here. And then we'll set to drying it. There's a bit of humor of drying this in the rain. That's just great. I really hate this aperture. This is things that irritate me. I don't like the way it swings. Then we'll start building up our other stuff. I'm not sure that I'm really going to go cotton as soon as I originally was thinking. Just the cost of cotton materials, the machinery, is really intensive, and I really don't want to lease that stuff. So it may be a decent amount of time before we're at that point, but we're just going to enjoy it along the way. I don't know if you can hear with my big fat mouth talking and the mower running, but the rain sounds really great in this game. I'll stop here in a second and let you hear it. All right, so I turn. Just hold on for a second. All right, so I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds pretty freaking wonderful. I love it. All right, so let's whoop. I like it. As soon as I turn the tractor on, we have thunder. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop off this arm. I'm not going to use that anymore. Let's drop it off over here. Oop, I do want to unfold it, so da-da-da-da-da-da. We'll do a run through and make sure we didn't leave out any grass spots. I'm also going to turn this up to 1. Let's drop you off. Let's see if we missed anything. Alright. Right there. Just little tufts of grass. This game had me looking on Amazon for a steering wheel. I cannot believe at all that there are people. I get for racing games, I understand, but man, you're telling me that these things are $300? I mean, there are cheaper versions. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But obviously, the good rated ones, the ones that are rated at a good point, are $300, and I'm sure the $70 one or the $90 one is going to feel cheap and won't have the staying power. But man, I don't know. I certainly cannot, for the life of me, validate a $300 purchase like that. But I don't know, spending 70 or maybe 100. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Need to make sure that I'm truly putting in the time that I feel I'm going to before I do something like that. We're gonna go pick up the dryer now, and we're gonna laugh as we dry grass in the rain. There's good humor there. And yeah, bad driving at its finest right here, folks. Though better than yesterday. I was really getting tired. After a 9-hour stream, I shouldn't be surprised. But let's get that, get some cash going in, hit some goals today. And yeah. At some point I should probably look at editing my videos. That's something I gotta find out from you, or you, Kelzu, or you, Mix, whatever software that is, unless one of you has time to do some editing. Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let me, let's do this. Mod. Kelzu. Alright. Let's get this picked up. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that I saw that I got the really crappy ones, but I can't really expect much more than that right now. No, I should try this. Let me try something here. So there's a tractor at some point in time that actually lets you spin the steering wheel around. I don't remember which one that is, or if it's even in the game. It was before. But yeah, so I'm trying to do a bit more inside the cab in first person. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it looks. I just got to get used to it. I don't plan on doing everything there, but when I was cultivating the one field, I found I was doing better in first person. The one thing that's funny is I have to stop turning my head and turn the mouse so I can look left and right. That shit's funny when I do that. I'm like, wait, where'd it go? Yeah, dumbass, you're not doing it right. So continuing yesterday, so I'm gonna do this series. How many parts? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We'll do it as we go. Even though I'm doing back-to-back, I don't know that I would be doing this every day, but I'm sure enjoying the hell out of it. I do want to do some... excuse me. I do want to do some stuff with Captain of Industry, but that game just requires more intensive paying attention. And there's kind of a little bit of a manic pace, or can be, when you're trying to update and think about things, or... You know, and that game is potentially fun to watch for people because it is actually pretty easy to death spiral in that game. Death spiral where you've made a bad decision and now everything is just not going your way. So I'm not going to get real big on making this perfect. I'm just going to get it dried. And I might want to lower it. That might help a little bit. In addition, I do and will share some of my Final Fantasy work as I work on getting all of the jobs for my character to 90, both combat and crafting. In addition, I may share some whatchamacallit. May share some Summoner's War. So, and really I'm finding that I'm enjoying this outlet a lot more than I thought I would or have in the past. So we're going to keep going with that. And hopefully people enjoy it. If they do, great. If they don't, well, there you go. I'm still enjoying it. All right. Again, we're not trying to be all creative and perfect right now. I kind of just want to get the task done so that we can get a little bit of a jump in fundage. You know what? Let's try this. Let me try this. That rain sounds so cool in there. I'm going to try to do this in first-person view. We're going to see just how bad it goes. I might actually do it better. We'll see. Because I'm not reacting to... Oh, I missed that whole section. We'll grab that. But I'm not reacting to the visuals. I'm just reacting... the outside visuals, that third-person view. I'm more focused on how my tractor's lining up. And maybe that'll fix my horrendous driving. Do I think it will? I don't know. We're going to find out. Right. Yeah, not looking too bad though. Not looking too bad at all. Plus the beating of the rain is just, it's getting me, man. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And today you'll get to see me run into bales on the forks because there is no reason on this there's no reason on this field to rent the trailer for the bales. There's just not going to be enough here. All right. I'm sure we're going to have some cleanup here when we're done. There's spots I've missed as I do this. Take one of those now. Okay. All right. It's coming along just fine. Just fine. We're going to extend out and fix some spots I didn't really do well with here. So we're going to take this. Back that ass up. I don't normally like doing backups like that in using these tools because it'll push it where I can't collect it. But I'm really just not worried about that. This is more about getting as much done in the time frame. I'm not doing another 9 hours. But also knowing that whenever I do this, I'm losing X amount because I can't. A, there's no holdover, and B, I can't get a bale that isn't complete. I can't unload the machine, so I lose that amount. So I'm not going to stress too much about what I'm not getting or what I'm possibly pushing out of my collection range. I'm not going to sweat it today. I want to focus more on just general gathering of cash and getting our chickens in full swing, since they are our true money maker, and we have to wait several months for the canola. The more I'm thinking about it with this grass and bale and everything else, I may instead of going cotton, I may pick up a different field, and with that field run grass, because I can do it over and over again, which means I'll have to spend some money on some more grass cutting supplies versus just a baler, because the baler I use for straw as well. But anyway, that will give us the opportunity to have a crop that we can use more frequently, whether it's using it in regular bales for fuel at the bioplant, or turning it into silage, which has better value. Basically, we take the bale of grass, and we wrap it in foil and let it ferment, basically. It sounds like it's a longer process. It's not. It's just changing out one for another. It's not like we actually have to sit on it. But if I wanted to, I could store those bales and wait for the best pricing and then make a better return by playing the market in that way. So yeah, that might be a good augment to that cash crop of canola or whatever it's going to be if canola's not going to work out. And those fields that were below it, right? I think it was 63, 64, 65. Let me look real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, 61, 62, 63. Using those, they're smaller fields, but basically combine those into one larger field. I'm just adjusting my position here. I didn't like the way I'm fighting this corner, and I'm tired of fighting it. So, but anyway, that might be a good addition. I did drop it again. Yeah, okay. So we're going to consider that. It's also less money because if we go into that, those would cost $150. Obviously, it's a little less than that, but anyway, it'll cost us the $150, and I think that could be a really good return on our investment there. So the whole point here is to a self-sufficient farm. What I mean by that is the livestock that we're dealing with all have their food sources from the farm. So our fertilizer, you know, whether it's manure and whatnot, to the feed, to the straw, to all of that, where we are self-contained. That is the goal. That is the goal. And I want it to be a good-sized farm. I'm looking forward to having a bunch of work going on versus busy work like this. This isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with this. This is something we got to do at the start, and that's fine. But I want to move away from doing contracts so that we can focus on our stuff. All right. Our drying of the grass is nearing an end. God, I'm loving that rain. Holy crap. It just sounds so good. Do some back and forth here to finish out. Then we'll do a quick run through and make sure we didn't miss any significant patches. But I generally think we're going to be all right. Yeah, see, I missed a whole little patch of grass. I'm not going to sweat that. Okay. Alright, one more pass will get us done. As I'm going through, I'm not seeing any big patches that I missed, so we're not going to sweat that either. Let's pick that up. Let's just do a quick look to make sure we didn't miss any big patches anywhere. Easier to do in this view. I'm not seeing any. That's good. That's very good. That's very good. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get those. We'll see if we can snag them, but pretty sure that those are going to be out of reach. I was able to get that one. Really don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one. We're gonna try to snag it. Oh, I did get it. Well, what do you know? Oh, one more. I'm sure I blew some of that grass out of my ring, so. Alright, that will be the end of that. We're gonna go now and we're gonna get the device that turns it into rows. I don't remember what that shit's called. Sue me. Drop this off. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's make sure it's not in the street. It's not. And let's go pick up the rower. It's not called a rower, I don't think, but it's all, so it's a rower for me. Alright, let's see where we're at here. See, I was a good driver. I stopped so I didn't run into anybody. I should get kudos for that, right? Let's not run into him, though. Alright, hi-ho, off to the shop we go. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Hey, EC Gaming, what's going on, man? The chickens we're up to 240 chickens. Give me a second, I'll jump over there and show you. Built up to the 24,000. We're in October now, and I'm just adding some more cash, mainly while I wait for the rain to end. We're going to run a second line of fertilizer on the wheat and the canola. And yeah, I did a couple of cultivating contracts last night. So yeah. All right. Let's get ourselves hooked up here. All right, good news is this particular roller is going to whatchamacallit. Cool, I'm glad it helped. Let me show you what's going on with those. All right, so we have all the feed still sitting there. Their health is at 50 because we got a whole new crop of 120 chickens, so I cut the health in half, but we're at 240 now. And eggs are producing. So we almost got our first pallet done. Everything here looks good. The field is, like I said, half fertilized, so we'll do the other half here in a little bit. Everything else is actually running really well. You missed some really bad driving last night. It got worse as I got tired. I still can't believe I streamed for 9 hours. But hey, it was fun. And I promised I'd be back today to get part 2 done, and yeah, here we are. The videos from yesterday were uploaded, so people can enjoy if they are so inclined, and I put them on my YouTube channel. So yeah. A little bit later, I'll be eating sushi. We'll see if there's anything else that's going to go with that. Remember this, you can, in 22, you can turn off seasons. So when you turn off seasons, you're really kind of going back to 2019. So don't sell it short. There's other good things in here that are worth keeping. The used, whatchamacallit, the production buildings. I mean, really, I don't know that I would go back to 19 just because of seasons. Just turn them off. Even on a game that you're playing, you can actually turn seasons off, and the next seasonal tick will get you squared away. You can also, don't forget, you can also extend the amount of days. One day doesn't have to be 1 month. You know, you can find a setting that's good for you. So keep that in mind. All right, let's start getting this rolled up. And by the way, I'm not saying don't play 19. I'm just saying don't sell it short. Is all I'm saying. All right, let's unfold. Are we unfolding? Yes. Oh, it is that one. Ugh. That's right. It's gonna work out just fine. All right. I might as well turn it on and get to work. Alrighty. Love the rain, I love the rain. Have to really date myself and do a little Eddie Rabbit. I love the rainy night, I love the beautiful sight. And then we'll leave it right there. Oh, you know what? I really should be going in the other direction. No, I shouldn't. I'm going in the right direction. I almost did this last time, too. We'll see how bad our roads look when I get there. Really trying to get myself to do more of the driving in first person. I'm actually enjoying that quite a bit more. So, yeah. Alright, let me see what you said here. Doing a 20-minute episodic series on us. If you could do a good job at explaining what you're doing. I mean, I can. I mean, what, just because it's a nice little time block of doing each little bit, is that what you're getting at with doing the 20-minute segments? And by the way, the 9 hours was a one-time shot thing. I won't be doing that again today. I mean, I could technically break this into segments at that point as well. But yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to do it. I'm enjoying this so much more than I really thought I was going to, which is really great. Because I just didn't expect to enjoy it so much. Plus, there's this love of this damn game. The rain does kind of want to makes me want to take a nap though. Get my old man nap in. Do 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 do. Singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. All right, let's see. I really should be doing rows on this one. And I probably should really start doing that, so instead of making one giant pile that I'm going to regret doing when I bail. I got you, okay. Yeah. I can do that. Yeah, sure. I'll probably do it on 22 because I am so enthralled with the production lines. I don't know that I could be happy not doing them. You know what I mean? And that's something I can't do in 19. Why am I sitting way out here on this field? I'm going to start doing rows. I'm just getting myself positioned for it. I should have turned it off as I was moving, but yeah. Oh well. Alright, let's get back into position here. I want to be lined up right about here. Let's see how this goes. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Could have been a little closer there, but is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. I don't like it. That is. I'm just figuring for bailing, I'll want to shoot myself with this one. So let's get this fixed up. You know what it is? I'm getting trapped by the rain. I'm just kind of enjoying it. So just driving around in the rain. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just gotta come up with a name for it. I gotta name stuff. Like, this is now officially called Chicken Start and Bad Driving. So I'll have to come up with something for it. Is there a particular area of focus you'd like to see it start with, or you just want, like, general overall, you know, this is what's going on, this is why we do it, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I could actually start that with my whole grass idea and see if that actually works. Because I don't know if it will. Alright. Let's not slide down the hill. Wind rower. So it is a rower. Ha! There you go. I mean, it makes sense. Is what it is, right? Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that. Sure. I think one of the other things too is, so you're talking about how in 22 that the gestation period for your crops is so long, right? Yeah, you will stop. You're not wrong there, but I would challenge that perhaps we would need to take a second look at grass in that case, because when you look at the calendar, you can do it so often, right? You lose 3 months of pulling a crop up if you leave seasons on. So you lose, you know, what, December, January, February, or January, February, March. I don't want to pull the calendar up right this second, but I'm not sure that that's a bad thing. I mean, you could potentially, with silage and biofuel, you could potentially turn around and make good money on grass of all things, and that could be a hell of a start, right? I mean, just look at, I know that this gives you money for baling because it's so labor intensive, but let's think for a second about what we can do with it. I mean, if I were doing a multiplayer, I think I would start with grass, right? Focus on doing, you know, getting a mower and whatnot, because I could sit there and burn that while people are waiting for crops. And what's really funny is doing the same thing I'm doing right now, right? Go ahead and put the wheat in and do chickens at the same time, because I could just keep running grass until I'm bored with it, right? And when I'm bored with the grass, I should have at that point in time built up enough money to start my first production chain, whatever I would want that to be. I mean, that could be a really nice start. I know grass is boring. It doesn't give you the same, it might not give you the same, like, oh man, I've got this badass crop, you know, soy crop here and blah, blah, blah. And, you're not feeding people with it, but man, you could really get some nice work done on it, I'm thinking. And just get yourself ready to do your first, again, your first production line. I think not doing the production lines would negate the reason to play 22. And I love a lot of other things in here, because everything else is nice. But those production lines and what you can actually do with your stuff, I mean, you can still go run it, you know, ship it out to another town. I think that's great. You can still drop it off at your different silos and things. You can still have your animals, but now you just got deeper meaning, and I can't help but be enthralled by that. We're trying not to take out that sign today. So yeah, man, I don't know. I think there's a lot of good opportunity there. And I'll see about doing 20-minute segments. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, actually. And it's really funny, I could actually edit some of what I've already done and put that in 20-minute segments. You know, so that nothing's lost. So the series isn't, you know, shelved or ignored, but rather it's enhanced. So why do I do a hard mode? Because I do hard mode. I don't do the lower modes. personal preference. I don't want. It's kind of like why I like playing Captain of Industry. It's hard. I play that on hard mode as well. I want you, as a player, I want the things that I'm doing, I want them to have bigger impact. I want, if I make a mistake, I want to feel it. I want to know, oh man, I screwed that up, right? I want to feel that because it motivates me to play better and to learn more. And in the end, I get a greater sense of accomplishment. I typically do not do easy things. Like, I want to get to the point, I touched on some yesterday. I want to get to the point where I can do precision farming. So that particular mod, where not only do I have seasons, but now I have to do crop rotation, that's just enticing to me. Just remember, if you're going to do a hard playthrough, money is very, very different. That loan is not a joke. It could be made into one, but it's overall it's not. What you get for crops is a lot less, so it's absolutely a slower playthrough. If you're okay with that, then oh hell yeah, I recommend it. Right? Really put what you know and what you think you know to the test. Why the hell not? You know, I don't know. I feel like starting on hard mode, even on this, I forced myself to learn some things really, really quickly. And I learned, I mean, you were there when I started this, and I was agonizing over what to spend my money on because I knew that I was going to be down to, because I was going to be down to no money. I mean, we dropped down to 4,000 yesterday, and just getting the things that we need, not going over the top. Yeah, I made 2 mistakes that cost me, I think $3,000. But listen, under 10 grand, you're running risks, man. You're running risks of getting stuck. No, not where it's be all end all, right? You can sell your property, you can sell some stuff and kind of do a soft restart. But shit, man, that's putting your stuff at risk. For me, I'm only speaking for me. I'm not saying someone else should do it. But I think if you want to challenge yourself, that is a great place to start. So here's a question. Are you doing a 22 or are you doing a 19? And if you're doing a 22, are you just going to do it without seasons? Because if that's what makes you uncomfortable, do that shit without seasons. Don't beat yourself up. Enjoy. I mean, hell, think about it this way. In doing a 22, I start on 22, you know, even if you get one tractor, right? One piece of machinery at a discount price, how much money did you just save? And doesn't that make it worth it? I think it does. I think it does. I love that damn feature. And again, the production lines, man. The production lines are the shit. I gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Again, you've got to play, regardless of what someone else does, you got to play what makes you comfortable. It's your money that you spent to buy the game. It's your time that you're spending, man. Do it how you enjoy it. Shit. I don't care damn what anyone else says. So yeah, awesome. You'll have to let me know what map you did. Or what map you're doing and all the other good stuff. You know, when I use this tool like it's supposed to be, it's not so bad. This is going to make some pretty easy baling. Mini Brun. Why does that sound familiar? What's different about that map? Yeah, see, I'm not doing any mods yet. The only DLC I have on here is I forget what it is now. I haven't even used it, but yeah. Mod-wise, on 19, I used a good number after a bit. But what's Mini Brun about? What's the deal on that map? good. Looking pretty good here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too big of a cut. Let's go back. Booga, 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 booga. As I jump, as I drive over shit. Oh, okay. Bite-sized plots, smaller field. They're pretty much perfectly square. Yeah, okay. Nice. All right, so yeah, it gives you some creative freedom in there. I will say this. In 22, I cannot recommend starting out with microfields. Okay, again, this is going to apply to hard mode. And it's going to apply to hard mode because of the money cost. I am sure on a different mode, you could turn around and do the microplots, but the cost on hard mode is just prohibitive. Again, you got to figure if you're gonna lease a harvester, 10 grand in the field's only gonna net you 4 grand. You can't do that. That's negative. I never ran into that problem on 19. Even on hard mode on 19, I never ran into a problem like that. But then again, it was pure crop, right? So I mean, the animal stuff was more. I took it more as an aesthetic view because I don't know that I wanted to go through all this stuff just to move some cattle. But this one, again, whole different ball game. So I'm curious. All right. Let's do one more pass to kind of pull it in a little tighter. And we will go get the baler. I also have to find a pace that I like playing this at, so I don't have to speed up or slow down. Just take it as it is. All right, that is ready to go. Yeah, we look good. All right, let's pack this big boy up. Actually, this is more of a little boy, but whatever. Let's drop this piece off. Ooh, stop going forward, dummy. Dummy would be me. It's certainly not the machine. We've seen my driving. We know better. All right, let's go get that baler. All right. Because I'm thinking when I was doing, last time I did 19, it almost didn't matter where I put the soy, man. I made money on soy every single time. I'm really hoping I do a one-time shot in canola is a good alternative for me in this game, in this playthrough. Before I do, bigger production and whatnot. I just need a cash crop I can rely on. Then again, I can't help but in the back of my mind it's going, grass, dude, do grass, do grass. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. All good, man. I appreciate you watching and just enjoy it. Like I said, whatever it takes, enjoy it. By the way, you cannot hurt these deer. I do like that they're in the game as a nice little addition for aesthetics. All right, let's grab the baler. Baling, baling. All right. But yeah, I think overall, outside of Farming Simulator, I have no. Don't mistake like, oh, I don't want to play this, nothing like that. But I do want to do other games and things. I just got to figure out, and I'm actually thinking of doing a streaming schedule, which I wasn't sure I wanted to do, but if I'm going to enjoy it this much, I mean, when I used to do my radio show, I had a schedule, so I'm thinking about it. I'm contemplating. All right, let's see. This is the regular baler. It's going to be the small ones no matter what. So we're doing 125s. I have City Skylines. I love City Skylines. So yeah. Yeah, actually, I love that game. I spent a lot. I built a park on there probably about a year ago, and I want to say I spent a week making the park. I really get caught up in the details. At first, I do. I don't think I'm very good at the game, by the way. I do a real basic starting grid to start getting population, and as soon as I get into making my districts and wanting to really grow my city, it loses a little bit of the joy for me, just because I'm constantly running around doing crisis management, it feels like. But it's a beautiful game. I've had it for years. It's really funny. I have it on Steam and I have it on Epic because I'm weird like that. But yeah, it's simply a great game. I love all games like these. They're bread and butter to me. It makes my mind work. I'm actually excited to potentially do a Factorio run through. Whenever I'm having trouble working logic in my brain or I'm just not feeling it, I'll play Factorio because it forces me to go into logic. And usually when I'm done playing, I'm able to program pretty consistently without losing position, thought process, yada yada. So yeah, I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. All right, let's get our baler going here, and let's go ahead and we're gonna turn on automatic drop. Yep. Oh, get off my nuts. All right, we got a car behind us, so let's get onto the field and get started. All right. All right, here we go. Let's get some bales. It's really going to be funny with, let's see if I have a good spike day or a bad spike day and grabbing the bales. This could be potentially good humor for folks. Like the day I learned to spread the forks on it. Or the day I put 180 80 centimeter round bales on the forks that only go up to 150 and smushed them together, and my tractor wanted to topple over and shit. That was good. That was good fun. Alright, we're almost at our first bale. I know we're gonna need, I don't remember if this field is 2 or 3 bales to finish, but either way. I like that. So I recommend, just because, so remember this, if you do the big coop, it's gonna hold 9,000. Oh wait, are you playing 22 or 19 with chickens? But what I was gonna say is, and what I was getting at is, I really recommend spending the money, if you have it, if you're in that part of the game where you can, where you're using one of your trailers as a buffer. What I mean as a buffer is it has a whole thing of seed, so if you have a problem with the crop or something, you're not without food for them. On one of my 19 games, I actually had a buffer for my cows and for my chickens, and I was doing really poorly in that game. And just because I was learning about doing the cows and stuff, and I was being a knucklehead. But anyway, in having that buffer, you know, you need to make sure. It's just safety. It's just safety. Oh yeah, 19. Okay. 280k per harvest. What, if you don't mind me asking, what difficulty level do you have that saved on? That's a huge amount of whatchamacallit. Well, it depends on the size of the field too, though. By the way, I turned this way. I saw that I missed a pile, and now I don't see it. I should go in a third-person view and look. And we're going to see what I missed here. Where was that pile I missed? Or am I just wrong? Which is entirely possible. Oh, there's a little bit right there. Alright, hay bale, you can quit rolling. Alright, we're going to go back to first person view here. I definitely drive better in first person. Okay, let's not put on cruise control when we're not ready, dummy. Normal, okay. The one thing I will say about 19 is there are really some beautiful maps out there. Just absolutely beautiful maps. Really great for gameplay and so forth, so yeah. Everything looks good. How's it looking at? Oh, we're doing fine, okay. I need to trust my instincts right here. Hear the alarm. Alright, every time we hear the alarm we get to 100%, I back up to make sure that I don't leave a spot on the ground. That's my goal. Do I always make that goal? Nope. You know, they did a really good job with perspective on this. Much to my surprise, moving around this stuff in first person has really proven to be not disorienting. And I really thought it was going to be more disorienting than it is. My spatial awareness seems to be decently strong. Checking to see if I can turn around here or not. So that's a pleasant surprise out of this. Like looking out my window here and then coming around allows me to line up pretty well, and there's not this wave of like, oh, let me reorient, right? Like my brain's not freaking out over that. We're gonna miss a little bit right here. Hopefully that barrel doesn't roll down the hill, but it probably will. It's one thing I do not like about this field. Alright. Here we go. We're looking really good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Come on, Mikey, go past. Right, here we go. We're gonna go really wide and not take out this sign. Alright, Mikey number 2. And a couple more rows. And we'll be done here. Well, done with this portion. Should be a nice little influx. I'll have to see where I need to deliver this stuff. I think we're going to get 6 bales, maybe? I wasn't counting, so I don't know what we have. I'm not sure if that was bale 4 or not. Oh, actually, I got 2 more rows. Yeah, we'll get a good amount out of this then. Get a real good amount out of this. Shit. Alright. Yeah, look, that one bale did roll all the way to a tree. You bastard. Alright. That could be fun getting that picked up. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Honestly, there's a lot about 22 that I really feel they did us right as players. There's more to do on my field, which at first feels really tedious. You're like, God, I didn't have to do this before. But when you get past that, and you're just like, but no, this is what the field should have. I should have to do these. I want to give more, more care in tendering my field. So I think it's a really good addition. I think it adds quite a bit to the field, the pride of ownership of it, and so on and so forth. So, and I'm gonna say it again: the damn production lines. I cannot get over what that did for me as a player in my enjoyment. It's just blown away, blown away. There was years and years ago, when Sierra Games, they're not around anymore. They became, I forget what they became, Origin. They had a game called Detroit. And in the game Detroit, you were an auto manufacturer. And you went ahead and you had to do your scientific research, your R&D. And you came up with things like seat belts and all these other different things. Really was a lot of fun. And it did a lot of good things with details that when you were first playing it, you're like, well, what's the big deal? And then you realize the impact of that detail, and it just made the seemingly mundane feel as important as it would as if you had the company. And I think that there's so many things that they've done in 22 that have done the same kind of thing. You've given me quality of gameplay through things that some may consider tedious, but let's be honest, if you're playing Farming Simulator, you have a bit of grinder in you. You have the tedium player in you, otherwise you wouldn't do this, because really we're just doing the same fields over and over again, right? So there's something in the accomplishment there and something in the gameplay that makes you go through it. You're welcome to come in at any time. You can, if I'm in Discord, I'm in the public Discord, you're welcome to jump in at Discord at any time. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't interfere. So yeah. But yeah, the quality of gameplay, not quality of life. I don't want the two to be confused. Quality of life is one thing, but like rollers, it's not a quality of life thing, right? You simply allowed me to whatchamacallit. Sorry, I checked my roller, so I'm not my roller. But the rollers are definitely not a quality of life, right? That's quality of gameplay. You've added another element. You've given me choices, and that's probably my biggest thing in games: is give me choices. Let me play the game the way I want to play it. So if I want to deal with a field that doesn't have perfect yield, let it be so. Don't make it something obnoxious, right? But let me fine tune. Let me fine tune my field to my needs. My needs as a gamer playing. And I think that rollers are a good example of that. Don't worry, you come up with a concept, I'll get on a pulpit every time. Every time. Right. See, we're going to get a final bail out of this. I'm really happy with how much residual we don't have. So, yeah, I'm very happy. Holy crap, that's great. That is really great. All right, let's grab this last bit here. There's no reason to. And let's go grab the forks and have some fun. Da, 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 da. All right, let's go get our forks. Where are we delivering this stuff to? Let's see where we got to go. We can do 4 bales at a time. And we are taking it to farmer's market again. That works for me. Hit the freeway and go. All right. we've got, how many bales do we have? Let's take a look. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one at the tree. Did we really pull 9 bales out of this bad boy? I'll be damned. Looks like 9 bales. We'll make a few hundred on that. A few hundred extra. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Sweet. I feel like I cut damn near the perfect amount of grass and whatnot. That was damn. On that little field. Now, mind you, they're only 125s, but it still speaks to the fact that we pulled 9 bales out of that. Last night, when I did the one baling, I actually pulled 21 bales out of the field, and I got cash in pocket for half of them. So, yeah. I'm telling you, that extra grass on the outskirts has impact, man. It has absolute impact to your cash book. Don't ever send a computer to mow, man. Don't do it. Do not do it. Oh, I'll tell you a really cool thing. So, I went out and got the roller. I rented a roller to roll the fields. And I put someone on it to roll it. I wasn't going to do that because I was working on a baling project, right? For cash. Anyway, for whatever reason, the baler allowed them to go from field 59 to field 60 without stopping. I thought I was going to have to reset them and stuff like that. Now, you couldn't do it with the seed and what have you, but I was actually able to do it with the roller. Something else did. I think they also did it with spreading the lime. So I was like, oh my god. I'm not 100% certain on the lime, but I'm 1,000% certain that when they did the rolling, they did both fields. So that was a huge savings in time. Alright, there's our back forks done. And I really do a lot better in first person here. I'm surprised by that. Alright, let's go get some bales and turn them in. Get this contract done and get some money in our pocket. And when I'm done, I might speed up time a little bit just to get the rain to stop. I don't remember, can you fertilize in rain? Again, I know you don't want to harvest in rain. You're going to lose half of the crop. But I didn't even see that car. Come on. But can you fertilize in rain? That's the question. That is the question. Da-dun, oh god, we're gonna watch me do baling. This could be comical. Could be comical. Da 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 da. So when you're playing, this is for you, EC. When you're playing, do you set a single time when you're playing that you find comfort in, or do you do a lot of speed up, slow downs? I'm just curious if I'm the only one that doesn't want to do speed up, slow downs, and I try to find a pace, which has been very difficult in 22. But yeah. Curious. Alright, so we're gonna get the bale off the tree first. I will be doing this in third person. Alright. Where is my bale? There it is. Up. Now what I do is I spread the forks as far as I can. So that I can capture it without fighting with it. It's pretty easy. Oh, you know what? That bale is facing the wrong damn way too. All right. By the way, I was very quickly rolling down the hill there, so we're gonna have to approach this a little different. Gotcha. 5 times. Okay. I want to say that sounds really familiar. So making this even more difficult is the angle, and as you can see, it's not allowing me to steer. So we're gonna have to try to get creative here. Let's adjust the approach a little bit. Oh, you know what else too? Let's level this off. Since I was clearly being dumb. It might be a problem. Alright, is it gonna let me steer with this? Okay, we should be okay then. That's how you know I was doing forklift work yesterday. Alright, can we pick it up from here? Is it gonna grab it? Come on, baby. Yes! Outstanding. Okay. Let's get it on a little bit better surface. Let's lower her. Get all the way in the fork. Thank you. Alright. Let's grab number 2. Alright, what do we got? Why am I doing it like that? Put that there. Let's just close her up and get those ready to roll. Should be good. Okay. Now let's get the back ones. By the way, I'm using the wrong mouse button. That's why I was struggling earlier, like a doofus. All right. Should be good. Alrighty. Let's get our bales done. You know what? I want to see something here. Can I actually? Oh, you know what? That's a pretty solid view. I didn't realize it was going to be that clean looking on the backside. Shit. Fix it, alright. Oh, I did lose a bale because I was hitting the wrong one earlier. What a doofus. Alright, fix that up real quick. Let's change to the front. I wondered if I had done that because I was like, ooh, I did the wrong thing over here. For the front, we're going to approach it like so. By the way, if you ever are running just 2 bales, put one in front, one in the back. You would be surprised how when you're traveling that it can really cause a bit of an issue. Throw your tractor off balance, flip it over, make it rock, make it nosedive. Lots of different things that it'll do. So let's fix this up. Then let's close that one up. And let's switch back to the back. And we're going to grab this one. continued. Alright, fine. Let's change our approach. Came in too sharp anyway. When the collision is not quite visual. Alright. In my own game, I'm actually working on fixing my collision on my catapult because I'm not happy with that. Alright, there's our first 4. Yeah, no problem, man. Do your thing. All good. Appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and get these delivered. We're gonna break all the driving rules here. There's a freeway, we're crossing it. Alrighty. Give this to the Johnson farm. So we're going to go to the next off-ramp. We'll be getting off and making a right there. Heading past the animal dealer. And then dropping these first 4 off. If we're lucky, and we could get lucky, these first 4 bales will actually finish the contract. And if they do, then we'll have 5 bales for pocket money, which would be ideal. That would be great. Gives us a little extra. The contract itself is going to pay us $7 grand minus whatever the fee was for using their equipment. But either way, yeah. Either way, it's a win for the team. I would be very surprised if we don't finish a contract with the 4. Again, even if it takes one more 4 bales for pocket money is a good deal too. So push us over, or rather close to 30,000. I don't remember what the takeaway was for using our equipment, so that's not bad. One contract does that. What other contracts are sitting there? There's a cultivating one, but I'm not going to spend the time on such a small one. I need one with a little bit bigger impact. I mean, obviously I can knock it out, but I don't know that the time that I'm going to spend doing that is worth the $300. All right. First thing we're going to come up on our right is going to be the animal dealer. And then from there we will we'll go get this turned in. So if you want to get cows and whatnot, that's where you get them. Chickens you don't have to worry about. They're auto-delivered. It says, you know, you can do it with your own vehicle, but I haven't seen where using my vehicle allows me to get chickens. Obviously I didn't spend to get a vehicle transport, but again, none of them look like chickens. So I think with chickens, you just suck it up and know that you're going to eat that $60 for transporting your set of 120 or your set of 60, whatever it is. I don't remember what the dollar amount is. I'm guessing at this point. So I'm going to turn here. This is not the farmer's market yet. This turn I enjoy more than the other one. Now this is the Johnson's Farmer Market. And as I go past the front here, you'll see the sign. We're delivering the back. So not the grain silo, not the grain drop off, but the product drop off here. So you don't have to be completely precise. I'm just weird like that with mine. So as soon as you drop and open, it should take them. There it is. See, that gives that's 56%. I don't know why I'm moving forward. It may take the fifth barrel, whatchamacallit. Let's go to the front. Oh, beautiful. So we are getting all 5 bales. So it only needed 3 plus because we got some off of that last bale as well. So this is really good pocket money for us. This is outstanding. we just had a best case scenario. We truly just had a best case scenario. That is outstanding. Oh, that's happy day right there. So if we got, I might want to watch where I'm going. So if we got 116 off of that, and let's say that the bales are just 116. So that's going to give us a really nice 560, 575, right? 30, 60, yeah, 575 potentially. Yeah, that's good pocket money. That's a win. That is a good win. You don't always get the optimal. You just don't. Let's see. Let's see what the prices are if I don't crash here while I'm doing this. So grass is at 45 and it's on a downtrend. It doesn't really matter much to us. I don't want to hold on to it. I have no interest in holding on to it. Did I just go the wrong way again? No, I went right. No, I did. Go straight, dummy. So anyway, and if you haven't done this before, if you go to the contract screen, it says it's completed. So if I go back to that, it'll say it's completed. And the question may be, well, why aren't you just completing it since you're done? So if I do that, I'm going to lose the equipment that I'm driving in right now. And I still have 5 bales to pick up, so I have 2 more trips to go. Could I still go get my fork and pick those up? Yeah, I think I can. Or they're going to disappear. Either way, there's 2 issues there. One, I don't want it to disappear. And that could be, again, an ill-found concern. But 2, why would I spend my gas and maintenance on my stuff when it's already being accounted for in this? I've literally paid to use this equipment, so why rush it? That's my thing. Why rush it then? So this is a nice straight drive. Sorry for yawning. A little tired today. Someone was up too late streaming Farming Sim. So, and we're definitely going to make these more bite-sized. We are likely going to stop at the 2-hour mark. We're at 1:38 now. So basically, probably enough time to pick up these bales, turn those in, and get our fields ready for November, which simply means getting them, getting the second layer of fertilizer on them, and that will be our time today. So might run a little longer than the time. It may take me a little longer than 20 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. See, this is the field we did yesterday. We did this one. We got 21 bales from. All right, let us get ready. Man, I'm loving that rain. Holy crap. Okay. Let's go grab 2 more. We're getting all the wins today. By the way, that was a complete lucky snag right there. I wish I was smooth enough to do shit like that on a regular. Yep. Alright. Oh, I'm going. You know what I'm doing? I'm looking at it, thinking I'm going the right way. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. All right, off to get these delivered. Outstanding. Outstanding. I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased. Can't believe we got that lucky. But I'll take it, right? I'll take the win. I will take the win. Alright. No traffic whammies, no traffic whammies. Looking good. As someone said yesterday, a turtle passed you. Yes, yes. Right. Bum, 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 bum. You don't realize how much time you spend in this game. I'm telling you right now. I did not feel I had been doing this for an hour, more than an hour and a half. So that's all right. That is all right. I'll get into a groove and a rhythm of how long the episodes are and things like that. So right now we're just getting a feel for old girl. I was actually slowing down, Sean? Really? Come on now. I think the rain passes me. Here we go. You know, I should have done. I'm again, I don't remember if I can fertilize in the rain, but I should have tested it, and then while I was doing this, I should have let them yeah, go ahead and do their part. Do-do, 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 do-do. Alright. Coming up on it again. Once again, this is the animal and basically the animal shop. We're going past it. We're going to turn early because I like taking, well, not early here, but we turn in here and then we come up the road. Once we get closer to the farmer's market, I'm going to take an early turn just to swing around the back. I swung around the front the first time so you can see the building. I actually think it's a great building, and see that it is the Johnson Farmers Market. And as you play, you get used to where things are and what they're called. Some take longer than others. I still get confused on the grain ones for the most part. But yeah, we're going to turn in here and go up the little hill. Head around back. And get this dropped off. Oh, learn to drive, Sean. All right. All right. Boom, boom. 519. I'm happy with that, man. I'm happy with that. Oh, wrong one. I forget to do that a lot. So we made more on the bales than I was expecting. That's really good shit. All right, one more bale to go. Obviously, so we take 519 and we cut that in half, basically. And that is what we will get on the other one. So you're talking about, is there a car behind me? There is. So if you take the 519, obviously you cut that in half, and you're going to have your 216. No, I'm sorry, 219. Roughly 219 per bale. So we did get half of a bale. So it was 3.5 bales to finish that field off. And those are the 125 centimeter bales. So that is a really big win for us. Yeah, for another $200, and that's why I don't do those little jobs like the cultivating a field that's only $380. This was so worth so much more to us. And what I'm looking at right now is we just covered the cost of our fertilizer with that. And that's the kind of shit you want to do. You want to make sure the stuff that you're doing is giving you benefit for your farm, right? This is about getting your farm squared away. So I'm really jazzed. This worked out so much better. So much better. And I'm going to speed this up again because I find that the 1 is probably a little too slow. You know what I should do? Let's go to the 5. That was the standard in 19. That was the normal. Let's see how it works with this. This could be a good... I should have just done that from the get-go. And, you know, only slow it down if I realize I'm getting into trouble. Like, I'm not going to miss getting a field done when I can slow down the time if I get caught up like that. And I get, you know, teaches me to keep my shit in order and whatnot. So, yeah. So that's all good. It's all good in the hood. One more bale. Then we'll go get some seed. Oh, not seed, some fertilizer. And I'll test if I get fertilized in the rain or not. I mean, they'll also tell you, you know. But I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't say I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking I'm not supposed to do that. We'll see. We'll see. So the single bale we're going to put in the back. And we're going to leave the attachment on the front to do a little bit of weight distribution. It's not going to do a whole lot. In fact, it's going to do almost nothing. But it's not worth me driving and going to get the weight I have for my tractor. There's no point in doing that. That would just be overkill of transport for no reason whatsoever. So here we come up. We're coming up on 18. Field 18 is kind of an anchor point because when you know you're doing the basically the mid to high teens, that's would be, you know, your 13s. I forget what it goes through here. Well, it's coming up on the map. So you're doing your 12 through 19. You all know it's this area, and you know you have quick freeway access. So really, if you're not turning it in at the animal pen, you want to be doing it at the farmer's market because it's easy to get to. A freeway trip is a very, very easy thing. All right. Let's back ready to go. Let's go pick this bad boy up. Open that up. Make it whole, make it wide. missed, so let's readjust real quick. I should do it by looking out the back window. I did so good with that. All right, here we go. Let's get this last one delivered and call this contract a success. Man, I'm pleased. Can't believe that we got 9 bales out of that field. I definitely did not get 9 bales out of it before. And maybe that's just I'm learning better how to do those tasks. We're just gonna take it as a win, because again, that's gonna push us up. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And these are the slow portions. When you're starting the game, these are slow portions. You're not getting the big hits. We don't have fields where we're doing something every day, or AKA every month. So some of it's going to feel slow, but that's what this game is. This is not a fast game. You know, this is not a real-time strategy or anything else like this. When you watch me play Captain of Industry, you're going to see a big difference in rate of play. That one you can also turn up, speed up time and slow time down. But it's a very, 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 very different feel. So we will get to a point in this game where all of our time is going to be focused on our field. We really won't have time to do contracts. We won't have a need, should not have a need to do contracts. Unless you just really like doing them. And if you do, cool, man, rock on with your bad self. For me, again, I'm doing what I need to do for my farm, making sure I have the buffer that I need. We've broken the 24,000 mark. As I stated at the beginning, we're going for the 50. And then post 50, we're going to start paying down the loan, getting rid of that. Once we've gotten rid of the loan, we will look to boost our funds and hopefully our canola. That should be right about the time that our canola is ready. So I think that was planned out decently. We'll find out. I'm really, 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 really hoping canola was the right call. Because again, when I did soybean, I was just really displeased with it. It did not have the impact I wanted it to have. Maybe it was a smaller field. I don't know. I don't know. It was a small field, but that's twice now, because I did it on when I first played. My soy field, I was expecting a bigger hit, and it was pretty garbo. So we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Bum bum ba da da ba. So what did I say we should get? 218, 219 per? Right? No, that's not right. 249 per. 259 per. 259 per. And since we only have one, we'll know what the per is here in just a moment. Oop, wrong way. $264. I should learn how to math. Okay, so now I don't need any of this equipment now. We're gonna go into the contract. We're gonna go ahead and do it. And you see we got 6,900 on the contract. So we're at 32. Great place to be. It's where I wanted to be. And now we're gonna take care of our shit. So let's go grab the spreader. The spread eagle. And let's go get some fertilizer. Those containers over there are lime. I did not know it would unload lime into those. I was very happy to see that. So, yeah. All right, let's go get our shit. know what? I think I'm going to treat myself to letting, you know, there's a little, I've got wiggle room. See what we do after the fertilizer, but I'm really thinking maybe, we turn around and, whoa, hello. Let go of the button, Sean. I'm thinking maybe we turn around and we let a contractor do it. So yeah, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. I don't think that's too bad for episode 2. Yeah. Then we'll jump forward into November, and I will cut it there at November, and then we'll start the part 3. We will work on we just have an update for the chickens and all that good kind of stuff. I may, for the sake of getting to the point where we're doing the crops that are in the ground and moving things forward. So I'll show egg delivery on the next episode. And then I think we'll do a jump forward in time. And with that jump forward, we will we'll get to the point where we're pulling the wheat and the canola out of the ground. We should have a good idea of what our chickens and eggs are doing. I'm probably going to sell the first batch of eggs a little early and not wait for December, but we currently do it in November. I think we should still get a decent price, I hope. And that'll give us an idea to work out a budget for, okay, we know we're going to roughly get this over this amount of time. And at that point, if we have the money to do so, depending on what comes through with the crops, we'll start paying down that loan. That's a really a big deal. We'll even take some contracts to pay down that loan. Because only once you do that can you really start building some money. Again, that 1666 doesn't seem like a lot, but it has impact. And you got to realize that and not let it keep taking that money out of your pocket. That's just bad juju, man. Bad juju. All right. Let's see. Yep, I just cut that car off big time. Let's go ahead and I don't remember if I have some fertilizer still sitting there. I think I do. It's not really going to matter because we need more regardless. But I'm pretty sure that's fertilizer. It is. Because I got seed and fertilizer. So let's get up here. While that's refilling, let's go get a couple more of those. All right, solid fertilizer. I hate the price of these damn things. Yeah, we'll do 3 more. This is why I want to have cows and whatnot. This is also, by the way, why I wanted the whatchamacallit, the 30,000 plus, right? It was for this, so we can make sure that our supplies are covered. And these should get us squared away for our field. Fertilizer, thankfully, is not too bad. I think I'm going to use, I think it's going to come out to about 10% total. We'll see. Of the current cargo, so we're at 25%. It really doesn't take a lot of fertilizer, which is great. And just so you know, again, once we fertilize the field, we're going to speed up and go to November. and then we're going to wrap the stream up there. And then episode 3 will be us actually working on what's the pricing we're getting for the eggs, so we can work on a budget. At that point in time, consider, is it better to is our cash, excuse me, it'll be that plus a fast forward to harvesting the canola to see if it is a good cash crop for us, and making sure that we have enough feed for a full year on what should be at that point in time a full chicken coop. So then we'll have our numbers of how much food we need for a year, and then what our maintenance costs are, all that good stuff. We get all the data we're going to need. We will get in episode 3 or part 3. Part 2 is just a cleanup and preparation for that, because we need to see a full chicken coop. We need to see the full amount of wheat that it's going to need, and make sure that our feed field, the one that we're doing wheat on, is sufficient for a full hen house. And if it's more than a full hen house, is it enough to sustain 2? Because if it is, we'll expand to 2. We'll also at that point know our general egg price, and then we can consider at that point in time if we want to do a chicken coop full of roosters, so we have another selling spot midway through the process. But the big hope, pretty sure the field's going to be plenty, but the big hope is that the canola field is a really good money punch for us. One can hope. And then as I've been playing, I've been thinking I'm really probably going to the next field that will be those lower ones at $1.50. So 149,000, I think it was. And we're going to turn that into grass. We're going to make those grass fields so that we continuously have a way to generate income. Now, the biggest thing there is to make sure that our seed costs, fertilizer, and all the other good stuff isn't overwhelming the potential profits that we're talking about. So we're actually not going to go to our home. We're going to let. Thank you. We're going to get the field ready to whatchamacallit, fertilize. Might want to turn it on, huh? Alright, there he goes. Okay. So obviously I'm too close to the edge, that's fine. I'm really not worried about that. I just want the worker to fertilize the field. And I needed to jump out here. And see, okay, so the rain is not interrupting our fertilizing. I could have done it when I was doing the baling. That's fine. I'd rather take the precaution. So right now we're at a 98% field yield bonus. We're 100% fertilized when that's done. I'm pretty damn happy with that. That's cool. I don't know what I'm missing to get the other 2%, but I'm not going to stress it either. I'm super, super happy with what's going on. So when I was talking about where I was going to do the grass field, so let's while that's doing that, let's talk about that for a moment. In doing the grass fields, we're talking about going into, let's go to the map. All right, so we're here at 59 and 60. You can see all my crap stored all over here. Again, just for record, 59 is our cash crop. That's our canola right now. 60 is our feed crop. That's our wheat for our chickens. So 61, 62, and 63. That's one plot. All right. Going to cost us 149, 760. Basically taking these and merging them together. I can do a couple things with it. If the canola is really good, I could potentially do that. I could look at the calendar and look at a crop that could go in between what we're doing, so that we only have a couple month drop off where we're not doing stuff. Or I could turn around and say either oilseed radish. I don't want to do that. Or grass. I like the grass again for the baling, though I do know oilseed radish, I think, is a pretty good crop. I don't remember. I'd have to check it out again. But I'm looking at the whole planting thing on there. So we have wheat and canola. That's later in the year. So technically, I could possibly do corn there. Um, I could do sunflowers. Those were good in the past. Soybean would actually fit, but I have concerns about soybean. We're not doing potatoes. I know they're a really good crop, but having specialized equipment, I'm not looking to do that. If I got to get a new header to do sunflowers and corn, that's not that big of a deal. Sorghum, I wasn't really happy with sorghum, and it's also fitting within a window that's a little shortened compared to what I want. So I'm not really interested in that. We're not doing grapes just because we're not at a point to getting more machinery. I'm not looking to do trees. I'm not looking to do new machinery. Grass. So I say grass, but I'm going to need to get new machinery because I'm going to need to get mower, the rake, the wind dryer, and the wind rower. So, but those are something when we're looking at this, I can literally harvest grass any month, any month whatsoever. I can plant it March through November. That really, as I'm really running this through my head, that really is looking more and more like what we want to do. So let's do a little investigating, and let's go to the store and let's find out what some of this stuff's going to cost us, because renting it is really foul to me. Um, oh, you bastards! Why am I saying that? The fast track. I told you about the yesterday or today. I was talking about the tractor that cuts itself in, not you, that cuts itself in half when you're driving it. Right? It's not that one. Never mind. I'm gonna shut my cake hole because it's not that one. But I do believe that's a pretty good tractor, and um, that's not bad for under 200. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Anyway, let's take a look at mowers. Now, I don't mean the mower. Now, I'll show you why I don't mean the actual mower itself. So I could do this by hand. Literally, you do this one by hand. I'm not doing that. I don't. I have a tractor for a reason. I am not spending 380,000 for this badass mower. Not at this time. So we have to look at mowers that are attachments. So if you here's another great thing. If you weren't aware of this, if you're not sure where to look on here, it's Grassland Care, by the way. You can look at packages. So I go into packages. You see this right here. It says packs at the top. I can go in and hit grass, and it's going to show me what I need for grass. The bare minimum, you need this, and basically this, which, yeah, I don't care about that, but it'll show me where the mower is. So at the very minimum, you need that. So we can go back and we can say, okay, I know now that it is cost Grassland Care. So I'm going to go into Grassland Care. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Obviously, there's a roller in there, metal roller. I'm not going to get into that right now. So I was wrong. So let's see. Where are the other mowers? I think I just saw I did. There they are. Under mowers. All right. So the one I was talking about that gets you in the system is literally, I believe. All right, there it is. This one. It is expensive. I know that. But when you do this for the front and this for the back, mowing is super, super easy. I mean, super, super easy. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but you're talking at under 100 grand. So you're talking about doing 89,000, and you have great, 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 great mowers. So this one is obviously handling 3.1 meters, but then your sides are covering an additional 10 meters. So you're doing 13.1 meters when you're mowing. So great mowing setup. So we know 89,000. So let me write this down real quick. So 89K for mower. And in the meantime, I could just get this, right? I get this. That's affordable. This is the jump in price. So now let's look at our tedders. So our tedders are what dries the grass. Um, and we've used this one. I like this one more. I'm pretty sure this is the one I like more. Let me see. Oh, this one's fine. It's fine. It's not this one. The tedder, I don't know that I really care, right? So if I go back, we're looking to spend 16,000 out. We're not going all in. I could do the 7,000 one, but for budgeting concerns, I'm going to go with 16K just for the argument. If we go less, that's fine. And last but not least, we need the dryer, the windrow dryer. So we go to windrowers, and yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one before, and I'm not interested in that one. I like, so we could use this one, right? It's the one where it does it all on the against that edge. I actually was working with that one better and easier, and it really wasn't bad. You can obviously go bigger. We can do the 19,000. We could do this one. So for argument's sake here, we are going to say we're going to budget. I can't justify 19,000 right now. So we are going to budget 10K. So we won't go to the big one, but we may look at something like this. So let's budget 10K there. So to do everything in mowing, you're talking about 80, 90, 100, 115,000. That's not bad. 115,000 plus the 150 for the land, and we're talking about oh damn it, we're talking 300 grand to go ahead and get everything done, and I think that is super acceptable, right? I mean, I think that would be just fine. There's no way for me to tell where he stops, so we're gonna guess. What do you mean no field? I hate it when it does that. Okay. So I think that we can sit there and look at that and say, okay, we're talking 300 grand. 300 grand, and let's say that we can make just on the bales, whether we do silage or whatever, let's say that we can do 5,000 a run, and we could do it every other month, every 2 months, whatever, something in between there. Yeah, I think that's we have the ability to properly recoup. Let me take some of this other shit off so I can see what I might want to go over to my fields too. I'm looking for fertilized. I want to see if I missed a strip. I didn't. Okay, so I didn't screw that up. Good. So with all that being the case, I'm not upset at 300 grand. I'm just not. I think that yeah, I think that could work out really well. So what I'm doing right now, once the field is done with fertilizing, that'll be our wrap for the day. I appreciate people joining in. And I'm not sure that people need to watch me finish it. Just know that that's going to be finished. I'll jump forward and have a wonderful day. Have a great time gaming, and I will see you on the next stream. So have a great one, folks. Bye-bye.